Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Higurashi. I messed up again. Everything was working right, and I didn't press the start recording button. But the good news is I recognized this while I was in the middle of the session rather than at the end. So we only lost like 15 minutes. So it's mostly okay. Anyway, the last thing I remember from last episode was Shion getting mad at her sister, which, after taking a look at it just to verify, that is exactly what happened. Shion got mad at her sister for talking about Satoshi-kun. And just as a little sneak peek, today we're going to meet an old friend. So let's continue. I was sitting here, I'm like, why isn't the hard drive I'm recording to making any noises? Oh, that's because it's not recording. The fourth year of the series, the mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa, also known as Oyashiro-sama's curse. 1 year after Satoshi Hojo's disappearance. Which I should mention, somebody in the comments said that it's not necessarily, well, not necessarily, I mentioned that, it could have been years later that some of these journals took place, but that's not exactly the case, considering that, the Hinamizawa met its untimely end, like a year later or something, sometime around this time, the 1 year later after Satoshi Hojo's disappearance. So, all of her journals really would have taken place somewhere in the course of that year. Now, it might not have been, I don't know exactly when it would have taken place in that span, but I imagine what's his name? As Oishi kind of stops looking, I think is what the last journal mentioned, that would have been towards the 1 year mark, is what I'm thinking. Anyway, I hadn't been able to get used to the new school in Okinamiya, but I had some friends there now. Since I got a part-time job at my relative's store, I had some extra pocket money too. I ended up living with my parents after all, so I didn't have to pay for living expenses. It felt great to get to freely spend the money I earned from working. I still use the room Kasai set up for me from time to time. It was a convenient hideout for when I didn't want to see my parents. In fact, I was planning to spend a day there today.
くしょう、先行め。サボりのことを家に連絡しやがって。
My dad got upset, and that was why I didn't want to stay at home. I had been asking for it, though. My teachers should know that my dad is a Yakuza, and that he really gets scary when he's mad. On the whole, my life had been going well so far, except that it was boring. The reason I could enjoy this lifestyle is probably because I had to live in secret before. It was a great relief to be able to live without having to fake my identity. Well, that might have been a valuable experience. I think I learned from it. I was going grocery shopping and thought I'd get enough food for a week or so. My parents would appreciate my presence more after missing me for a week. I was doing this for their sakes.
あれ？今日って確か100円セールのお店ってなかったっけ？そうだそうだ、間違いない。
100 yen sale. I knew how to save my pocket money. I was in a good mood. I spun around with my arms spread out. I felt like I was inside a little whirlwind. My arm hit a motorcycle parked on the sidewalk. It obviously wasn't where it was supposed to be. Ah, this again.
もう、何？こんなとこに止めてるの誰？
I gave the motorcycle a kick with no hesitation. This is the real curse. This is what I mentioned this during the last recording session that never was. This is the real curse. Is not Oyashiro-sama and Hinamizawa. This is the motorcycles that are left on the sidewalk perpetually every year. And then they get kicked down, and then some thugs come out, and then it gets wacky. There are 3 motorcycles lined up in a row. They all felt like dominoes. It was beautiful and so much fun. Oh? This was odd. I felt like I'd gone through the exact same experience before. While blinking my eyes in an effort to recall when that was, some people grabbed me by the neck and dragged me into a dark alley. It looked like these punks were the owners of these motorcycles. They started shouting at me. This really was strange. I was having deja vu. We park our bikes here every year and you knock them down again. That's right. It was when I met Satoshi-kun for the first time. He came to save me. If I pretended to cry again now, would he come to save me again? I made a wish, and I started pretending to cry and beg for mercy. At that time, I doubted my ears. Oh my god, it's Satoshi-kun! Oh, no, it's just Keiichi. He was a boy about my age. I couldn't quite see his face because of the light illuminating from behind.
Satoshi-kun?
Maybe if you read his name, you wouldn't forget. Of course, it couldn't be him. It couldn't be. And it turns out it wasn't. When I snapped out of my daydream, I realized it wasn't Satoshi-kun after all. He looked less gracious than Satoshi-kun, so to speak. If Satoshi-kun was pristine and untouched, then this guy would have scratches all over him. But although they were completely different, I got a similar impression from him somehow. The boy looked a bit taken aback.
いや、もう泣いてるんだから、それくらいで勘弁してあげてもいいんじゃないかな、なんて。あ？そんなことを命にされとんじゃおらか。うわー、タマ、暴力は良くないぜ。
Oh, good. It's good. Good thing we got Keiichi here to help save the day. What was up with this guy? I felt ashamed that I mistook him for Satoshi-kun, even for a second. He seemed cool at first, but he wasn't as cool as Satoshi-kun after all.
いや、だからバイクが倒れたのはお気の毒と思いますよ。でもですね、どうか機嫌を直されてですね。どうしたら機嫌を直してくださるんですかね。いや、もちろん私たちはお金なんか持ってないんですがね。
おお、そうじゃの。金がのうならしゃあ、体で払ってもおっかないっちゃな。
You heard him, Keiichi. Take it off.
こんな、よう見ると結構イケてるもんな。どうじゃこの後。
Hey, are you kidding me? I tightened my grip on the stun gun in my pocket. Then I turned it up to the maximum intensity. Don't hold a grudge if you die, pervs.
おお、俺んさ、一度かいこちゃんはべらせて街のべりたくてさ。おろじゃ。もっと着飾ってスカートもミニで。興奮さ。
They indulged in their imaginations, which aroused their spirits. Hey now, why are you perverts closing in on me? Your gross hands are groping the air. Are you gonna try and violate me?
タイトミニもええのミニ。あっしゃ上から下まで全部色っぽくしゃよ。 肌色の面積を限りなく広げて萌え萌えの姿にしちゃるけ。
あんたら冗談でしょ。その汚い手で私に触れるな。
Then, a flash of light cut through the air. Was it that boy? Ah, yes, Keiichi comes to save the day after all. Blows like thunderbolts knock the punks down. Wow, so he was actually strong after all?
なあ、へこまされたいんか。お前らは分かっていない。分かっていない。何がだ。タイトミニには萌えがない。そして肌色面積は控えめに。
And then the true colors come out.
たとえお天道様が西から昇ることがあろうとも、絶対これは萌え業界の鉄則だ。いいかよく聞け、ど素人ども。ホモ・サピエンスと動物の違いは何か。そう、衣服の着用だ。つまり人は肌以外の衣服の彩りがあって初めて人なのだ。つまり肌色を求めすぎる貴様らは人以下、動物と同じだ。貴様ら全員を強制する。顔食いしばれ。先ほどタイトミニを引き合いに出したな。例えばここに美少女と呼ぶにふさわしい女の子がいたとする。美少女と一言に言ってもその裾野は広すぎる。それについて貴様らに抗議することは、寿司山芸者から入った外国人に侍の美学を一から説明するより困難この上極まりない。だからここでは最も普及していると思われる制服系で説明することとする。制服系の御三家といえば何か答えてみろ。そうだな、制服、体操服、スクール水着だろう。なおセーラーかブレザーかの好みの違いは制服にカテゴライズするものとする。もちろんブルマーかスパッツかの違いも同様。スクミズも紺か白かの違いはあるぞ。カテゴリーは同じ扱いだ。どうだ、これだけでも甘美な響きがするであろう。ではお前ら3人がこれらのうちの一つずつが好みであったと仮定しよう。おい不良 A、 お前は制服だ。不良 B、 お前は体操服。そして不良 C はスクミズだ。頭に思い描け。時間は3秒。
That's your name, delinquent now.
描けたか。妄想くらい自在にできろ。気合が足りん、やり直せ。ではお前らの望む美少女がここにいてその衣装を着ているぞ。あると思え、あると信じろ。気合を入れろ。返事はオスかさあイエスサーだ。バカ者、それでも軍人か。よーし、描けたようだな。次に進むぞ。それらの萌え衣装と貴様らの馬鹿げた欲情に従いお色気ムンムンなタイトミニスカート姿を見比べてみろ。まだ萌えと色気の違いのわからん未熟者が増えているが実に嘆かわしい。本能でしか女性の魅力を語れない貴様らは犬、猿、キだ。きびだんごでももらって鬼ヶ島へでもうせろ。ゲットバックや。ちなみに最近の東西雪解けに従い萌えもいろいろな類が大量に上陸しているな。そんなことも知らんのか愚か者は。制服系と金髪を掛け合わせてアニメ系などという酸素と水素が掛け合わされて能登半島かわいいよ大爆発なんて組み合わせが出ているようだが本館は断じて認めたりはしないぞ。
I'm kind of curious about the translation on that. Is that like a direct translation of what he said? Or is it just some Russian thing just added in there? I just find that hilarious the way that's worded.
制服は日本の文化だ、芸術だ。和洋折衷はこの世界には存在しない。貴様ら聞いているのか、軟弱スズメどもが。歯を食いしばれ。今日は徹底的にしごく。貴 様らが真の萌え文化を理解できるまで今日は寝られないと思え。指導指導指導。
It's the good old Keiichi we know and love. At that point, I heard a bustle of people running this way.
前原さん、みんな呼んできました。
I saw several kids running towards us. Seemed like our backup had arrived.
やばいぞ、つながれ。
The three punks had been standing there agape, but they started running away when they saw that many people.
さすが前原さんですね。たった一人であんな怖そうな3人組を釘付けにしちゃうなんて。3人の1人鼻血出してましたね。
You can tell he's the important character here because he's got better shading and more detail in his shirt.
前原さん、喧嘩も強いなんてすごいです。尊敬します。
俺の固有結界もますます磨きがかかったようだな。今に監督の固有結界メイドインヘブンに太刀打ちできるくらいに磨きをかけてやるぜ。とそんなことはいいや。大丈夫かよ、ミオン。
Whoa. The boy was apparently called Maibara. He turned around to face me. Man, you look like you could beat someone up with a bat. I don't know. I knew someone like that once. Even the way he mistook me for Mion sounded like Satoshi-kun. But Satoshi-kun isn't a pervert like him.
天下御免のミオンがどんな情け容赦のない必殺技で撃退してみせるかちょっと楽しみにして見てたんだぜ。まあさすがに男が3人がかりじゃきつかったってことか。そんなわけないよな。
I was still confused. I couldn't yet grasp the situation. Who was this guy? Me on his friends like him? I was still spacing out in shock. So I forgot to move until his hand touched my head.
まあ半べそ書いてたのは見なかったことにするからさ。まあ元気出せよな。
Rub, rub. The boy called Maibara stroked my head roughly. It didn't feel good. It hurt, actually. But still, his hand had the same warmth. Later on, Mion told me about him. He was called Keiichi Maibara. Kei-chan for short. He's one grade below us. Not only that, but he just moved to Hinamizawa. Thanks to his attitude and lack of manners, he'd already become an idol in their class. Mion joyously explained all of this. Sure, he sounded like a fun kid. I knew why Mion was into him. But Satoshi-kun is way cooler. He wasn't worth stealing from sis. Or was he? My heart throbbed. Okie dokie. I was excited. It felt like I'd gotten a new toy. I was curious as to what kind of relationship Mion intended to build with him. I'd love to tease her about it.
ありがとう、ケイちゃん。よかったらお礼にお茶でもおごるよ。すぐ近くにおじさんの店があるし、どう？
Satoshi-kun would refuse out of modesty. But Keiichi Maibara said okay within 2 seconds. Well then, I couldn't wait to tease the two of them. My boring life suddenly became bright again.
おい、腕なんかにしがみつくなよ。
あれ？こういうの嫌いですか？
いや、嫌いじゃないけど、胸が当たって、
Oh, sugoi desu.
胸が当たって何ですって？
It's getting doki doki now. Alright, this was, I think I might have gotten like another 10 pages forward, or lines of text, but this is about where I realized my mistake and had to restart, so most of this should be new now. Keiichi Maibara was fun. Mion thought the same way I did. She would always talk about him. I was happy for her. It made me smile.
お姉はケイちゃんのこと本当に気に入ってますね。ズバリケイちゃんの魅力を一言で示すと何です？そうだね。もしも一言でしか言っちゃいけないなら、そうそう、この間の部活の時にさ。
Mion really liked him, but didn't seem to think it was love yet. She's reserved in that area, so that was really like her. As for me, well, I didn't hate him, but my feelings weren't the same as Mion's. Kei-chan was just too childish compared to Satoshi-kun. I wondered how Satoshi-kun was doing. Well, you mean like being dead? Was he waiting for things to cool down somewhere far away? The case had already been solved, though. That dopehead was the murderer. There was no reason for him to wait anymore. I shook my head. I shouldn't really think about it too much. Oh wait, I know. The case was confidential, so the arrest of the culprit hadn't been made public. So Satoshi-kun hadn't realized that he could come back. I know he's a little thick-headed. Maybe he'd be waiting for things to calm down until the end of time. But if so, couldn't he give a call to Satoko at least? He should tell her that he's living in a faraway place, but that he'd be coming home soon. Ah, that stupid Satoko. She'd been living with Rika Furude since Satoshi-kun went away, so nobody would pick up the phone even if he called. Stupid girl. Don't you want your big brother to come home? Given Satoshi-kun's personality, he wouldn't remember any phone numbers other than his home number, so he wouldn't be able to contact anyone in Hinamizawa. Maybe he's been calling Satoko every night. He keeps ringing, but nobody picks up. Then he'd assume Satoko might be taking a bath or be in the restroom. He'd put on a puzzled smile while mumbling, like always. I imitated his voice without realizing it.
それでえ、何？
Nani?
何？どうしたの？
Nani?
今シオン何か言わなかった？
I laughed it off and urged Mion to continue. I realized then that her tone had changed. I hadn't been listening to her because I was thinking about Satoshi-kun. I thought she was still happily talking about Kei-chan. But Mion sounded grim now. Her faint smile looked pitiful. It was too late to ask what was going on. So instead, I concentrated on her story instead.
でね、おじさんが今日は盛り上げてくれてありがとうって言って、私以外の全員に。
Oh, right, this part, okay.
お姉以外の全員にね。そりゃあ私も欲しかったけどさ、みんなの手前、私にもちょうだいとは
It's not like
言
I
い出せ
want
な
it
かったし。
back.
相変わらずお姉は自分の欲しいものを欲しいと言えない人ですね。それで
Mion sniffled. I realized that she was on the verge of tears.
ケイちゃんの袋にはね、一番可愛いお人形が入ってて、そのお人形が一番欲しかったってわけ？別に何のお人形だってよかったんだよ。ケイちゃんは私だけもらってないって知ってたのに、私に
What a jerk, am I
くれ
right?
なかった。ミオンには似合わないよなって言って、次に生まれてくるときは男に生まれてこい言われたんだよ。
That was Keiichi's weak point. He might be fun and popular, but he wasn't mature. Not like Satoshi-kun. He's much better than your guy.
ケイちゃんに出会った最初の頃からやり直して、今度はちゃんと女の子だと思ってもらえるように おねえ深刻すぎですって。お姉がやり直したいと思って、しかも向こうが何もトラブってない状態なら全然セーフじゃないですか。互いに傷つき合ってただれちゃうと、まあやり直しも面倒でしょうが。
やり直せるかな。
ケイちゃんの前で涙を流してないなら、そもそも何も手遅れじゃないんです。お姉がこの場で適当に涙して、明日から心を入れ替えていけば修正可能ですって。
うん。
そりゃケイちゃんのデリカシーのなさには呆れますけど、その結果は結局今日までのお姉の積み重ねてきた結果なわけですから。今日からの生活を少しずつ改めてポイントを稼ぎ直せばいいだけのことです。
生活を改めるってどうやって？
お姉に可愛らしくしろって言うと、明日からフリフリの格好で登校しかねませんからね。変に構えないで普段通りに行きましょう。でも細かい部分でこれまでの違いを見せていく、そこがさりげないポイント。あと人形をもらったレナという子には釘を刺しておくこと。現在のケイちゃんの中ではお姉よりもレナの方が高ポイントの可能性が高いです。
確かにレナは女の子っぽいしな。可愛いし海外しいし。
ライバルがいるならうかうかできませんよお姉。涙は男を引き寄せる力がありますけど、つなぎ止めておく力はありません。普段は笑っててポイントで泣く。萌えの典型パターンの一つかもです。私もケイちゃんに実践してみるかな。ダメだよ、ダメお姉が気に入る男の子ですからね。私が気に入らない道理はありませんから。さーてケイちゃんをどう引き込んでみせようかな。なんならお姉、どっちがケイちゃんの気を引けるか競争しましょうか。
やだやだ、もう絶対やだ。シオン、ひなみ沢に来たら追い返す。